1-2 switch. Here we go. Let's have some fun.
1-2 Switch lacks depth. Its list of 28 minigames means it has variety, but most of those games don't have much long-lasting fun or replay value. 1-2 Switch's minigames will have you shooting cowboys, strumming an air guitar, cradling a baby to sleep, and more. And while not every activity is a hit, the game is still great fun in the right environment.
I did, yeah.
He just got it.
Like Wii Sports before it, 1-2 Switch is designed to show off the hardware it launches with. Minigames like Wizard, Sword Fight, and Runway attempt to show off the Joy-Con's impressive motion tracking by wrapping them in quirky activities that are also easy to pick up and play on the move. While Wizard's TV-based mirroring of your real-life duel means it works well, many of the other motion-based games, especially table tennis and baseball, suffer due to the lack of a visual aid. Hitting a ball between two players is kinda tricky when there's no physical or virtual ball to hit.
Nice!
These games rely on timing and the ability to hear a ball coming your way, but the timing often seems random. Plus, parties don't tend to be the most quiet of environments, which is a bit of a problem for a party game. This lack of feedback leads to either a frustrating loss or a hollow win, meaning these minigames are often the ones relegated to the bottom of the pile. Far better are the ones that use the Joy-Con's motion to supplement the HD rumble and the TV screen. Safe Crack and Joy-Con Rotation both use the Joy-Con's accelerometers and vibration to great effect, while also giving you helpful cues on screen. 1-2 Switch really shines, however, when it has you look away from the TV and into your opponent's eyes. Quick Draw, which tests who owns the quicker trigger finger, and Samurai Training, where one player has to predict the swing of their opponent's sword, are both captivating and hilarious. These can still suffer in a noisy environment, but it's immediately more social and engaging to stare into your enemy's soul as you whack them on the head with a pretend sword. Locking eyes with an opponent, spaghetti western soundtrack blaring, hand hovering over your trusty Nintendo branded revolver, ears peeled for that FIRE command. You could cut the tension with a Joy-Con, and that makes it even funnier when you unintentionally hurl your controller across the room. That serves me right for ignoring the wrist straps. Eye contact is also key to a number of 1-2 Switch's more suggestive games. Many of the game's high points are centred around euphemisms of, shall we say, lewd acts. Milk sees you pull on the teats of a virtual cow. Eating contest involves holding a Joy-Con close to your face to eat a foot-long sub.
Damn!
And Soda Shake has you shaking an imaginary bottle of soda until it bursts, showering liquid around the virtual room. These minigames are all dressed up innocently enough, of course, but are quite clearly designed to breed thoughts of a more X-rated nature. Some may call it vulgar, but seeing your friends' faces as they realise the hand gestures they're making serves up some of the funniest moments 1-2 Switch has to offer. Unfortunately, even these highlights wear thin all too soon when playing with the same people. 1-2 Switch has considerable breadth in its variety of activities, but the lack of depth in those activities is reflected in its lasting appeal. Every new person I introduced to the game enjoyed their time with it, and seeing them play these games for the first time renewed my own buzz, but playing any one minigame more than a handful of times with the same people leads to that buzz fading rapidly. The dirtier games suffer most from this since they're a one-note joke. A funny one, but one note all the same. The only ones to survive the fading appeal are those that either have a high score component or a layer of strategy like Samurai Training or Fake Draw, which is identical to Quick Draw, but the announcer will fool you with red herrings like fruit or file. But even the high-scoring games are a wasted opportunity. No leaderboards or Wii Sports style skill level trackers mean you only find out what the record for the quickest shot is when you break it, starving 1-2 Switch of any real meta competition element. Overall then, 1-2 Switch feels a little like a wasted opportunity. Many of its minigames are duds that are too limited to be fun on their first attempt, let alone their 100th, and the remainder mostly don't have the depth to maintain a consistent enough high to warrant many playthroughs with the same crowd. There's no doubt 1-2 Switch should have been packed in with the Nintendo Switch, and the decision to sell it separately goes against every fibre of its DNA. And yet, at its best, 1-2 Switch delivers some hilarious moments. Seeing an uninitiated friend milk a cow, looking into your dad's eyes as you beat him to the trigger in Quick Draw, and making a fool of yourself strutting down Runway's catwalk is all amazing fun, even if it is short-lived. Does it live up to Wii Sports? Not a chance. But that doesn't stop 1-2 Switch being an enjoyable minigame collection. Just make sure you've got enough willing friends to maintain your own fading high.
No. Pose! Pose! Big finish!
Oh, wow.